A few announcements here real quick. I'm actually really excited about today's call. We have Kristina Battaglia on the call. I'm going to introduce her here in a second, but just to kind of give you a rundown of some announcements, guys. The 25th is the last day to purchase a summit ticket. Hopefully we're communicating with our team. The Success Club prize this month, hopefully, you know, all of us already know it's the Joel Freeman bobblehead. Also the photo op at Summit. Just to kind of give you the details on the photo op, if you have not looked up the FAQ, there's 3 different groups on the photo op. The top 400 Success Club point earners with a lifetime rank of diamond or higher will get a photo with all of the celebrity trainers. Group number 2 is the top 400 Success Club point earners with a lifetime rank of ruby and lower. And then the group number 3 is top 200 Success Club point earners who enrolled as a coach since last summit, July 1st of 2017. So if they enrolled as a coach after July 1st of 2017, they'll have an opportunity to be in that running as well. So 3 different groups. Make sure you're educating your team on that, you know what, we're going to have a lot of people going to have an opportunity to have, you know, a photo op with our celebrity trainers. Other thing I just wanted to hit on, hopefully you guys have seen the champions page. We're blowing that champions page up. Hold on, let's manage participants. Sorry about that, guys. So hopefully you've seen the communication on the champions page. Okay, today we have a improving how to invite on challenge groups by Ashley Federson. On Thursday, we'll have a live Q&A. Any questions, you know, we're going to be answering them from a coach development team and some coaches. And then on Friday, we have a mindset on the business call by Aaron Hopkins. And then the last thing I just want to hit on before we kind of turn the call over to Kristina is Shakeology, guys. Make sure that we're sharing our stories with our team, with our current customer base, our new customer base, people that are coming in. Share your stories with Shakeology, okay? It comes down to communication. It comes down to education. It comes down to recognizing our movers and shakers of the week, making sure that we are keeping people on HD. Not only is that helping you volume-wise, but that's helping them health-wise as well. So making sure that we're really putting a stress on Shakeology and helping them with their health. Okay, there's my announcements, guys. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to introduce to you guys an amazing coach. She is ranked 19th in the network right now. And just kind of tell you guys a little bit about her, and I'm sure she'll, you know, go into a little bit more depth on this. But Kristina, she said that she is a mom of twin boys, and she has a daughter. She's been a coach for 3 years today. Okay, that is freaking awesome. She is a 6-star diamond in her first business center, 1-star diamond in her second business center, but she is actually in her 5th week of qualification of 10-star diamond in her first and 4-star diamond qualification in her second business center. So she's tearing it up. So I can't wait to hear what's working, what's going right in her business, and how she's, you know, motivating her team, how she's motivating herself in day-to-day business function. But yeah, awesome. You know that I'm gonna right there. I'm gonna stop it there. Kristina, jump in here. Tell us a little bit more about you. How long you've been married for? All that jazz.
Okay, so I'm gonna apologize first because there's people working on the house, and we have because I have 3 young kids, and there's buzzers. So like if you hear dings, it's because our doors are opening, and I have to like know this because I'm like terrified of our kids like getting out. So I apologize when you hear that ahead of time. So thanks for having me. I'm like so pumped, and I'm kind of just going to try to keep this like light and fun because that's just my style. I'm also someone that's very like in your face, abrasive. I'll try not to swear because it just like comes out naturally, and I try to rein it in for these types of things. But there's your like disclaimer. So I've been a coach obviously for 3 years. I've always struggled with insecurities and just no self-confidence whatsoever. And I've been in the health and fitness field. That's where all my background, my master's is in, all my certifications. I was always in a gym atmosphere as a trainer, as a group fitness instructor, you name it. And there came a point that after I had infertility issues, I used fertility to get pregnant with my boys. And there was a point that afterwards, I was on the beach in Florida. And if you heard my story, I'll go quick through this because it's the same story, obviously. But I was on the beach in Florida with my family, with my 2 boys, and my mom was taking pictures of us on the beach. And when I came inside and I was on the couch and I was looking through the pictures, and I was pissed beyond pissed because she's a female. She knows how to hit angles, and she was not hitting them properly on me. And I was really mad. And I deleted every single picture of me and my kids on the beach. And I was like, you need to get it together. Like, you got to figure something out because you're going to erase like everything in your life with your kids. And I was sitting there and I was like really upset. I was also at a point where I have thyroid issues. I have PCOS issues. So I know how to eat properly. I know how to exercise. I know how to run someone to the ground in the gym. I could do that to myself, but my body just wasn't reacting the way that anybody else I trained was. So I always felt a little bit fraudulent in that sense. So at that moment, when I had done the delete swap through, my coach had actually reached out to me. And I have like scripts upon scripts that I've given my teams of people that have invited me to the opportunity in the course of over like 4 years, that I was always like, I was that person that like, you saw the bubble, that I saw your message, but I totally dipped on you. Or I would respond back with, my gosh, thank you so much, but I'm just not really my thing. I'm not into sales, but thank you. And they'd be like, oh, it's not sales. I'm like, sure, it's not. No. And I wanted nothing to do with it. I honest to God, I thought Beachbody was super ick. I thought it was gross. I thought it was for people that are working out in their basement with their like sewage plumbers, like stuff going on the roofs, and P90X, and like, it just wasn't my jam. And then like Shaun T working out into a gym, like, no, thank you. So I wanted nothing to do with it. And I've been very vocal with that. And I had clients that would ask me like, what do you think about the Shakeology? And I was like, honestly, I know nothing about it, so I can't talk about it. I just know it's expensive, because that's all I ever heard was Shakeology is expensive. I knew nothing about it. So I was super ignorant about the whole Beachbody premise, everything. But I remember sitting as a wellness coach where I would drive an hour and a half into work and work in the snow in the wind tunnels, because I live in Western New York, and sit there with my coworker and be like, can't I just like live in leggings, work whenever I want, talk to people only when I want to? And she was like, no, like that doesn't exist. Well, it does, because we're there now. However, this point, my coach had randomly reached out to me. She was someone who I knew in person. I didn't follow any coaches, so I didn't necessarily know what Beachbody coaching was. She was somebody that I knew in person. She used to work at the gym that I was managing. And so there was legitimacy behind it, where I knew if she was posting her income disclaimer or her income post, she wasn't lying. She wasn't, fluffing it up, and that was real, because she was someone I knew in person. And she had reached out to me and just said, hey, let me get you off, get you on the phone and let's chat. And I'm someone that if you get me on the phone, I will buy anything. And I always use this reference that I own a $1,200 Kirby vacuum cleaner because I needed a guy out of my house because I was done. Like, I will buy anything from anyone to get me out of an awkward situation. So when she was getting me on the phone, I told my mom, who was sitting next to me, I'm like, do not let me buy into this. And she's like, you're not, like, you hate this thing. Like, you talk mad smack about this Beachbody thing. Like, you're not going to do it. I'm like, all right. So at that moment, one of my kids started crying. My mom went and like rescued them. She came back. Now, mind you, this was like Wednesday night at 11. It was like 10 o'clock or so. And my mom comes back and I'm like, okay, I need your credit card and your social. Called my husband. I'm like, I need your credit card and your social, because I asked her what my first thing to do was to make the money she's making. And she said I need to hit something called Emerald, which I like was so like, I don't care about these like rubies and bleh. But I was like, okay, to bump my business forward, I'm not doing a coming out post because I still think Beachbody's gross, but I need legitimacy. And what do I see legitimacy as? Rank advancements, people getting shouted out, somebody else shouting somebody out. So I'm like, I need that, and I need it quick so I don't have to do it. So I hit Emerald in like 5 minutes after signing myself up. And I remember my coach saying, make sure that you start posting about Shakeology. I'm like, dude, I'm still in Florida. Like, I haven't even tasted this. I haven't even seen the box in my like front door. Like, I'm not doing nothing until I taste this, because if it's gross, I'm like peacing out. So I had tasted a bunch of I was in the fitness industry. I've done the whole protein shake thing. And I tasted it for the first time. It didn't suck. It wasn't the worst thing I ever had. It wasn't like magical rainbows and unicorns, how we all make it sound. But I'm like, I could do this. And if it's going to get me these results that I always watch people get, I'm going to do this. So I made the decision when I decided to coach that I didn't want to be like everybody else I had seen. So like friends and family that I'd seen that had posted and did their coming out post and would show them, their transformation post, and like 3 people would like it. And then they would just like peace out, because they're like, this doesn't work. Like, no one's flooding my feed and wanting to do this with me. And they only ever drop one transformation and you never see it. Like, I was that person. I'm like, I ain't signing up with no one until I see you post that like 6 months from now and a year from now. Like, I need to see that this isn't like a quick fix. Like, that's gross. So because if anyone's on here as a twin mom, like the rap people love us. So I had people like hit me up left and right about rap. So like Beachbody in my mind was categorized with the rap people, where I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with any of this. So I started on this and I made the decision right out the gate. This isn't going to be something that I'm going to try to be successful at. This is something that I'm going to go until I'm successful. And since this is like an elite, call, I want you guys to get in that mindset that you're not trying to get to elite. You're going to do whatever the hell it takes to be elite. Like that's a non-negotiable. I don't care how long it takes you. I don't care if it happens this year. I don't care if it happens 5 years from now. If you're on this call, that means that you have a purpose and you have a reason, you have a belief that you can do it. And if you're just coming on here to get some like magic rainbows and unicorns, it's not happening. You have to have this belief within yourself. And that's something that I'm huge with my team with, is that's the disconnect. The belief that you can actually do it. You see other people do it and you're like, how do they do it? How do they do it? They believe they could, so they did. Like that quote doesn't just like come out of nowhere, right? So get in your mindset that you're not going to try to hit elite. You're not going to push for elite. You are an elite coach until you prove yourself otherwise. And no one's going to fail on themselves, because that makes you a really shitty coach. There's my first swear word. I swear I'll try not to do anymore. Okay. So one thing that I'm going to tell you guys is this isn't going to be anything that's like obviously mind-blowing. I just want to make it more light and fun with you, because I know that you probably get a lot of like, do this, and the 4 vitals, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you just feel like you're so monotonous and you're checking boxes instead of just finding the fun in what this can be. Because I can tell you, I've hit elite twice, and the first time was awful. It was hustle, grind, rip my hair out, tell my brother like 3 weeks before crunch time, like, you have to sign up and you have to let me build your business and we have to blow this up because it's the only way I'm going to do it. It was a non-negotiable. It was happening. However, I needed to make it happen. It wasn't fun. When I flipped the script and I made it fun, that was all the difference. Then when I actually hit it, I could celebrate with my team instead of being like, why couldn't any of you help me? Right? So it was fun, and it became this like big deal and excitement, and it just makes the FOMO, which all of us women are all about FOMO, even bigger. So all of this stuff I've learned from trial and error with other coaches, and now that I'm in a position where I can connect with other coaches that are in the same caliber or like working the business the same, I can get their tips and tricks, and I've kind of formulated all of them into a way that just seems more beneficial to me than other programs. I've tried everything that, if something's working for someone else, I might have tried it. And then I'm like, this is still not our jam. This isn't my people. This isn't something that I do. Like, I'm not a systems person. So my people aren't like, we are hot mess moms. Like, people say you're a hot mess mom. I'm legitimately a hot mess mom. So my people function like that too. So we're all about the FOMO, the fun, and just talking to someone other than the UPS man every day. So for myself, right out the gate, is Emerald, right? Like, we're all like, how are we popping Emerald? And we've made Emerald into this like thing that is like this huge platform to land on. Like, you hit Emerald and you get to open your business doors. What if you were just like, just do it, right? And what if you just took the fluff out of it and the like breaking everything down of like what Emerald is, and you're just like, hey girl, you want to do this? Okay, you're going to sign 2 to 3 people up the exact same way you signed up. You took the word challenge pack out. You took the word Shakeology out. They know how they signed up. Right? Because how are you going to talk to your girlfriend? If you're just sitting there and you bought something, challenge pack will say, and you're sitting with your girlfriend and you're not going to say, okay, so you're going to get this, and you're going to get this, and this, and this is good for this, and this is good for this, and this is going to get you these results, and you're going to sign up this way or this way, and this is going to save you this much, and it's going to be blah, blah, blah. And you're like, you don't give them the rundown. You're like, okay, this is what I ordered. You need to order it too, and we're going to sign you up with a discount because we're saving 25%. It's stupid for you not to, and blah, blah, blah. This, like, that's how you talk to your girlfriends. You don't sell them something. You don't market them something. You're just like, oh my God, girl, you need to do this. Like, let's do it yesterday. So I've made Emerald just something that is not this like we celebrate it like crazy, but it's not this destination to get to. Diamond is the new Emerald. And I want you to think about that, is that Diamond is not something that's huge and massive, right? Diamond is 12 people in your organization. If you sit down at your Christmas table and you look, there are at least 12 people at your table that need your help. Right? You go to Walmart, there's hundreds of people in there that need your help. 12 people are 12 people. Everybody is capable of finding 12 people that could use our help and getting them to believe in you as their coach, that you're the one that's going to believe in them to sign up, right? So stop thinking as Emerald's this lofty goal with you and your coaches, and start thinking of it as just something fun to catapult your business and a fun way for me to shout you out. So I line things up with my brand new coaches as I have a training that's called Emerald in a Day, Diamond in 30, and that's kind of my premise, but I don't even want people plugged into a training right off the gun. I simply say, because then you get clouded in systems, then you feel like you need to get through it, you need to get a transformation, you need to do all that stuff, and I simply just say, find 3 people to bring in here with you and do this with you. You're, ideally, obviously you want a spouse and someone you can control 2 people. But if you don't, find 3 people you trust until you trust in yourself that you're going to blow this business up. I go into belief a little bit of like, hey, I want to be straight up with you. Are you trying this out or are you going with this? So I can get their feedback on where their mind's at, because if they're like, well, I'm going to see if I'm successful at this, I'm going to try this for a minute, I know that I need to hammer in belief really hardcore on them and let them know that they've already set themselves up for failure. If you're going to try to do something, you're already giving yourself an excuse and a scapegoat of how you're going to get out of it if it doesn't work. So I'm really big on seeing that long-term vision and really going all in, and Emerald's just one of those things that you just get to. So Emerald for myself and my team is just something fun, and it's something that you can open up a piggy bank. Like, I don't go into like right leg and left leg and the volume and the 2 for 1 or anything. I'm like, you can open a piggy bank that you start collecting in, and that one day you can smash that sucker and collect. So when you're ready to start, banging out your piggy bank, like, let's do this. Let's hit Emerald and let's start growing. So I kind of just simplify it and make it less stuffy, because I don't connect with that. Like, I still don't even get like the Michael Neiman with the little action figures. Like, I work, and I know Rob knows, but I work with Erin Hopkins a lot, and she's like volume guru, and I'm like, I'll call her and she's like, how do you not know this? I'm like, I know how to sign people up. I know how to get them results. That's all I know in this business. Somebody else has to figure out the rest of the stuff. So if it's not your jam, it doesn't have to be. Your goal is simply to give a about people. Like, and if you can do that, you're going to blow this up. So Emerald is just light, fun, something that you're going to hit. Make it light and fun. Celebrate the heck out of it to your team. Let them know how important it is. Let them know that being an Emerald is a huge component to your team, right? And then going off of that into, how do you pop diamonds? Like, where is that going to come from? It comes from the belief that they can be a diamond. If you make diamond this lofty, massive, huge goal, that's what they're going to envision it as. If you simply make it, all right, now is crunch time. Now we are going to blow your business up. Are you ready for this? And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to get you a transformation. It doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be financial. It has to be something. They have to see a change in her or him that they want to be a part of. So from day one, and I think a lot of people, I don't know where you guys are in the stage of your coaching career, but I notice with myself, when I start getting in complaint mode, where I'm like, I'm struggling with my invites, I'm struggling following up, I've got no one in my inbox, algorithms suck, like this, that, and the other, is because I'm not doing crap in my own business. My own transformation. I'm in balance mode. I'm in maintenance mode. I'm okay with myself right now. I'll level up when I need to push something hard. When you are not pushing your own health and fitness, and it doesn't have to be, again, a huge transformation, but if you are not committed to something and pushing yourself to better yourself, your business is probably going to stay in the exact same position. So for myself, when people have said, like, how did you pop all of these diamonds so quickly? One, we had like a massive, like, no joke push, and it was all action based, because I'm not about fluff, and I don't think you need to hear me talk. I think you need to be action. And this is something I usually say starting like moment one, and I'm so mad I didn't right now, especially this call. But whenever I do calls, I always say, that's great that you're going to listen to me and pay attention and make eye contact. Like, I think that's awesome, but I'd rather use this as a power hour, because hearing me talk isn't going to do anything, but actually inviting throughout this time and writing notes is going to. And that's something I think with all calls, like, I think it's great that we all like respect each other's times, and you're really focused in on what somebody has to say, but putting action behind this time is what's going to move your business forward. So that's usually something I throw in the beginning, and I didn't, sorry. But for my people that catapulted right off the get-go, is they were new coaches who went nuts on their transformation. They had that belief, because when you are fired up about your own transformation, anybody can say no to you. You don't care, because you know what you have in your back pocket. You know that you can get people sick results. You know that you are going through something, and you are so empowered and fueled up and stoked and everything. Nothing can bring you down. When you get into a place where you're a little bit complacent in your health and fitness, or you're not doing a new program, or you're not getting results anywhere, or you're not trying something new and testing your body out in any way, your business seems to follow suit as well. So if you have coaches that are following that, connect with them. Like I have coaches, and this isn't everybody because we don't have time to do this with everyone. But if I see a specific coach that I see just excuse making and posting things and doing things, but there's no transformation behind them in any sense, I will connect with them one-on-one and be like, I'm holding you accountable one-on-one. Are you ready to do this? I don't want to hear about your business goals. I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to hear about your health and fitness. I want you to check in with me daily and she's like, well, I'm showing up in the boot camp. I don't care. You're putting fluff out there. I want one-on-one texting, me and you. And I got a few of them, and it reignites them. They're like, crap, I got to get results now. Because I'll literally, I have a notification in my phone every day, check in with them if they didn't check with me, because I know that they're falling off their own health and fitness, and that's catapulting into their business. So that transformation speaks volume. No one is going to question a transformation. No one's going to debate that this stuff works if you're getting results. So I truly believe that your business is built off transformations. And again, it doesn't, like Danielle and Tony is a perfect example. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be anything. You see the difference between someone in point A and point B. So when someone gives you that kickback of, I want to wait till I get a transformation, you can go into that whole, I don't think that you necessarily, six pack isn't relatable, right? Like people want to see the journey. But if you really dug deep to them, when did you start following me? Right? It probably wasn't yesterday. You probably didn't see my posts go up and then you're like, $160, count me in, when you have no idea what I'm doing. You've probably been following me for a while, right? What got me to wear you down? What got me to get you to believe in yourself? What type of post was I putting out there? Are you putting those posts out there? Are you sharing that? How long did it take you from point A to point B for you to enroll with me? Because it's going to take someone like you that much time to enroll with you. And that's something that really triggers in their mind. We're like, crap, I've been following you for 3 years. Great. It's going to take you 3 years to find another you. Are you going to give up on you? Are you going to stop posting? Are you going to stop showing up? Is that what you're going to do? Because if that's the kind of coach that you're going to be, you're not going to be successful. So let's figure out our passion. Let's figure out our grind. Let's figure out our purpose of why we're here, and let's go after it hardcore. So all of that is all about the transformation. That is what fires up my team. That's what fires up me. I'm in a place now where somebody just called me out because I'm in the Lift 4 test group. Thank God. And somebody called me out. They're like, okay, I posted a 2-week transformation. One, it was the day after Mexico, and homegirl reacts to food and cocktails like no other. So I was super puffy, and then I kind of debloated myself, and Lift 4 is absolutely amazing. So I think my mom's chasing after my kid. So for myself, I got called out, and I rarely get any type of getting called out, but somebody called me out and they're like, you have a lot of before and afters. You are continuously popping out before and afters all the time. And I'm like, because I do a lot of shit between my afters and my befores. I am going off track. I am eating. I am doing this, that, and the other. And I used to say that's job security. It's not. It's showing me failing continuously and continuously. That's why Lift 4 is going to be this catapulting program, because I'm going to point blank tell people, call me out if you see me slipping, because Lift 4 takes that, and to be mindset takes that excuse out of the range, right? So it's another transformation for me to show. It's another evolution for me to show, and another way that I can attract new people and different people. The last thing I want to touch on, we can answer questions because I know I'm kind of all over, but I really, like I said, I wanted to keep this light and basic and just remind you guys that our core principles of this business is to get people results, make them feel good, and make them move their businesses forward and their results forward. And then, you get the compound effect of that. And it's not so much do this, do this, do this, do this, right? Let this be fun. Let it be something exciting. But there's so much hype right now around social media, and what are the proper hashtags, and how do I grow my following? And their traction is super down. Traction's super down all over the place. You can let that empower you. You can let that set you back, and let that be your excuse wheel of why things aren't working. People are so focused on growing their social media, you're forgetting about the people that you already have following you. If you have 100 followers, there's your 5-star diamond team. There's your elite team. They're watching you. They're your ride or dies. They're creeping you like crazy. It is nuts to me that people want thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. And I say this because I started out before I was a Beachbody coach. My kids, if you heard the story, were fashion models on Instagram. I had 30-something thousand followers. I've been a coach for 3 years. That account's dwindled down to 17,000. Is that still a crazy amount? Yes. Let's cut down to half. That is a gut check. No, I can't grow my account because I'm losing people left and right. But it's fine. I'm honing in on my people, and those are my ride or die peoples. So stop focusing so much. And we have this rule on my team. We don't focus on gaining traction, followers, nothing until you hit 1 star. I want everybody on my team hitting 1 star before they hit 1,000 followers. So we say without a comma, you got to hit 1 star. So I don't want you growing. I don't want you focusing on that. I want you hitting 1 star before you grow a comma. And it takes a lot of work to grow your social media following. It takes a lot of work to go nuts. Focus on your people. Focus on your current people. Focus on your current coaches, your current challengers, the current people. Those are going to be people that are going to stay consistently with you. Those are going to be the people that are invested with you now in the beginning, over, somebody that you're going to get along the way that once you become a little bit more known or you have a little bit more credibility, that they jump on and jump off because they see some like quick fix type style. So focus on your ride or dies now, and that's your 5-star team. That is your elite team. That is going to be the team that's invested in you and have seen you grow and want to be a part of it. So I think that's it of just like word vomit. I'm used to so many different topics, but I kind of wanted to just remind you guys that elite can be really, really fun. This business can be really, really fun. And if anyone's telling you otherwise, like shut out that noise, because if you're not having a good time, it'll suck. Dude,
Kristina, I love it, man. I'm like, drop the mic. I mean, that is so true. I mean, everything that you mentioned, spot on, and I loved it. Guys, I mean, seriously, let's not get complacent. Let's push. Let's make it happen, guys. I want to open it up for 5-10 minutes for questions. If you guys have questions or specific things that she hit on, let's ask her some questions. Let's put her on the hot seat, so to say.
That's like where my like normal like comfort level is. Like when I was on the national wake up call, I'm like, can you just ask me questions? Like, I don't want to I just want to like talk.
It looks like we have one from Lindsay Gaines over here. It says, Kristina, do you put those discount coaches into your team page and introduce them in the hopes that they will get the FOMO and start working and sharing after being inspired by what you're all doing?
Okay, so this is something right now I'm actually teetering on after talking to a couple different people. I currently do not, because I am all about like exclusivity. And so my people are like that. And so I have people who want to be in there just so they know what's in the know, or they want to know the vaccine stuff. And so that's my reason why right now I don't, because I have people who will be like, I want to, like I'm thinking about it, and they just don't do anything. And that's frustrating. However, I do see the flip side of it, of letting people write out, because I have a lot of people who have that FOMO, who have that excitement, that might see something. But now what I've been doing is putting more like once or twice, because I don't want my boot camp to be something that people are like, oh, she's trying to recruit from. But I'll do a post once or twice where, especially with like 2B mindset, I'll lie and say, I've got so many of you asking how you can get your family and friends in here because you've noticed the difference. And like, guys, if you ever like run sneak peeks, you always act like everyone's like, oh my God, my messages are blowing up. So I'm just going to come on here and talk about this because I can't respond to all of you. I just don't have that much time. Like, talk yourself up. But I'll post in there, like, I know a lot of you are interested in plugging people into this boot camp or doing X, Y, and Z. I wanted to lay it out. It's really simple. Like, and I don't go into like share a card or how to get into training or anything like that. I'm like, just let me know. We can chat with them and get them plugged in here. I'm so freaking pumped that you guys all want to share this. Like, how awesome. And I don't know who wants to get paid for their Shakeology. I do. And I just kind of make it like lighthearted and fun, because to me, that first $40 paycheck was like gold mine. And like, not because like it was like in any financial strain, but I was like, I just got $40 for posting on social media and telling someone to buy this. Like, this is crazy. So for myself, I know that when my people get that $40 check, the wheels start turning, and I'll reach out. I'll be like, how good did that feel? Felt pretty good, right? How about we triple that? Like, you down? And I just kind of make it fun and do it that way. So I don't right now, but I see the flip side of it. And my team and I are actually in the talks of if we want to do that or not.
Awesome. Okay. Jacqueline said, can you explain the system for Emerald in a day, Diamond in a month, training more? I mean, like, any more details on that?
So the actual training is very simple. And I focus a lot. So the Emerald in a day is just breaking down what Emerald kind of is and talking to them about the perks of Emerald, but using it in a light of, instead of invite your friends and family and this, that, and the other, I'll give them different ways that they can invite, but I'm huge on authenticity. There's nothing I can stand more as like a Stepford Beachbody coach where we all like talk and post the same. So I will say like, hey, how would you invite someone to this? Like, how did I get connected with this? And simple way that I just found that at first I thought was like, ew, and now it's like gold for my team is they take their before and after or mine or somebody on the team. They're like, listen, I've been stalking this girl for a hot minute and I finally decided to jump in this boot camp, but I don't want to do it alone. You want to do it with me. And that was like something like real quick wins, because how many times, like, let's be real, you guys all have screenshots of someone's crap on Instagram in your phone that you're like slinging to other people. I do that. I do a call once a month, and we actually just did it last night, where I simply just go on there and just hype up Emerald and make it sound super cool, and let them know, like, I cannot wait to shout you out. Like, that's what gave me legitimacy in the business. That's what got people wondering what I was doing. And when I do shout people out, I make it sound like their boot camp is like the most biggest rager of all time. And they'll message me like, I don't even have one. I'm like, we better start one now. So I really hype what Emerald is. And on that call, I say, like, okay, I don't care if it's like new coaches, old coaches, if you're a diamond, if you're a star diamond on this call, everybody's going to sign 2 people up in the next 48 hours. And so I want you to, after this, there's 30 people on the call or 4 people on the call. I want that many messages in my inbox, and you all giving me 2 names of people you're going to sign up. If it's a brand new coach, I'll say, I want you to send me 5 coaches or 5 people that you want to sign up, and you're going to land on 2 of them. So give them those, like, odds are in your favor, that I want you to think of 5 people right now that you want to enroll, and I want 2 of them to at least enroll in the next 48 hours. And it kind of puts accountability, a little bit of pressure on them, and a little bit of fun and hype, because then once, like, we'll do in, like, the page, like, we'll be like, pop, 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 like, look at everyone popping, and then everybody else is like, shit, I need to do that, and then that, like, FOMO vibe, like, happens. So my team thrives.
I love that. They're like, oh, crap, I got to get going here.
They do. Like, you should see, yeah, like, when my team, like, gets going, when there's something FOMO going, they're all like, I'm like, and then I got to be like, who are you signing up? Like, is that your dog? Like, be honest with me. And so we got to have that, like, heart talks. I'm like, don't get competitive here. Let's rein it in.
I love it. I love it. A few more questions here. How do you approach the people who have been following you forever but haven't ever reached out to you?
If you haven't noticed, I'm very, like, blunt. And I'm actually, like, a real big pansy in real life. Like, I talk like this to people I know, but, like, I don't know. So, but on social media world, I straight up, like, reach out to them, and I'll be like, I do the hey girl. But I'll like, hey girl, you're going to keep creeping, or are you going to do this with me, or what? Like, hey girl, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm straight up coming for you. Just kidding. No, we're not. You're like, really? And I'm like, are you good? Did you click my link and fill out the link so you can get in here? Our team is we've discovered, just to be blunt, we don't do small talk. I'm not someone that would, like, compliment someone on their profile picture and be like, I like that hat. It's just weird to me. So I just go right in for the kill. If you're hitting up someone's inbox, they know what you're there for. You're not there to catch up and reunite your, like, high school days. You're there to invite them to an opportunity. So invite them. So I'm very blunt with it. And I just say, like, oh my gosh, I know that you totally know what I'm doing. So when are you going to do this with me? And I'm just very, like, to the point, and they answer, they don't.
Love that. Let's take one more question. How do you help your coaches that consistently hit Success Club 4? I know it's all about belief, but how do you guide them as a coach besides personal development?
Drives me nuts. Success Club 4, I'm like, oh my God, just buy something. Like, and I know that's, like, you don't do that, but, like, come on. So we all, like, we really hype up Success Club, but I also celebrate them, because 4 is still a win. And when you look at the long scheme of things, if they're complacent with 4 and they're okay with 4, you got to be okay with the fact that they are. If there's somebody that is reaching out to you and telling you, like, oh, I really want X, Y, and Z, like, I really want Success Club 5, and they're hitting 4, you need to come to them and be like, where is this disconnect happening? Why are you not, you need to level up, X, Y, and Z. But if they're hitting 4 and they're like, I've got a bunch of people who hit 4 and they're just excited to be on the board. You just got to match that excitement where they're at. So wherever they are in that journey, like, if they're hitting 4, they're hitting 4. I know for elite points, we want everybody at 5. And if that's something that there's a missing piece in, and that they can do more, share what elite is and explain where people are. And, I'm like, one thing, I'll throw a couple different things, like, again, with FOMO and recognition and stuff like that. I've learned that the first year I didn't talk about elite at all. So my team didn't even know I was pushing for something. They didn't even know they could contribute. When my team sees me doing X, Y, and Z, it's not until recently that they've really gotten to understand that this is a team effort, that this can't just be me spinning my wheels. So include your team in that. Like, hey guys, and in your success club board, mark, like, these people get a star and asterisk that they're my 2017, 2018 coaches. Like, you guys are crushing it, and you're helping, get us these points. You're helping us move up this elite ladder and this, that, and the other. Like, use that FOMO vibe and let them know their importance and put a little bit of pressure on them in regards to the team aspect. No female wants to feel like they're letting anyone down, right? And we all want to be a part of something. And there's nothing better than your team hitting elite and them knowing they were a critical component to that, because they've seen that journey throughout it. Same with, like, when I see people that are trying to go diamond and they don't know how to push an emerald, they don't know how to get someone to sign someone up, or they don't know how to realize how close they are. I do something called a diamond watch, where I post a graphic of their entire, like, diamond breakdown, and I'm like, who are you trying to pop emerald? And they'll tell me, and those 2 little asterisks go out of their names. So that pressure is there, that they know that if they pop emerald, that's going to pop their whole team to emerald. And so it puts that little pressure and that fun in it too, where it's like, oh my God, everyone watches, we're in a diamond watch. These people are only 4 or 5 coaches away. And I don't just do 2 to 3 coaches away. I do 4 to 5. So it puts that pressure on, that excitement, that hype for, a month to 2 months to get there, to add that excitement. I think things like that, 1, matching where your people are at, and 2, letting them know that you're in this with them, that they are all pushing together for something, and that they are, a part of this, is like a really big deal. Like, you can't personal develop people. You can't push people. You can't do anything for someone that they don't want. So you need to give them a reason to want it.
Love it. Guys, seriously, this has been Kristina, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us and answer some questions. Guys, I will post this recording on the Elite Push Group page. If you have any questions, I'm sure Kristina will go in there and answer some questions too. But guys, let's go rock it. Okay, let's go be consistent. Don't get in that complacent mindset. And let's just be real with our team and bring that fun back into the business. All right, guys, I will see you next week, same time. And other than that, we'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you.